covering the Villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News team.
A new fan club brings together fans of a popular 60s rock band. Plus, local police educate kids on bicycle safety. Limelight boutique owner Kimberly Quintana says May was an exceptionally good month at her Lake Sumter Landing store. Sales at her women's clothing store went up year over year that month, a trend that took place at other retail stores as well. The store's sales were up 20% from last year. Kimberly thinks the store has had great energy, something she says customers comment on all the time. Nationally, the most recently released United States Census Bureau numbers show retail sales were up in May. From January to April 2023, there were $2.2 billion in gross sales, according to the Florida Department of Revenue. That number is up from the same period last year. There are countless charitable efforts happening all the time throughout the community, and there are no signs of that effort slowing down. The American Cancer Society will be debuting a new event for the Villages called Walk for a Cure on September 30th at the Villages Polo Club. This will blend events that typically take place during the fall fundraising season, like Making Strides of the Villages, Relay for Life of the Tri-County area, and the Pink Polo event into one community 5K cancer walk. Cornerstone Hospice is also raising money for the American Cancer Society through a golf cart poker run through the Villages on Friday. Those who participate in the poker run will stop at 10 assisted living and memory care facilities in the northwest part of the community. The cost is $10 per scorecard. Director of Business Development for the chapter's health system and Cornerstone Hospice, Claudia Casey, says the purpose of the event is to have people in the community come to learn about resources and facilities, and all of the proceeds will go to the American Cancer Society. This poker run will take place from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday, starting at the Villages Hospice House at 601 Mariposa Way. To participate, you can call Brittany at 352-531-1436. and take a look at Monday's Daily Sun for more about these upcoming fundraisers. After this short break, we have a recreation update for you.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN. Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
After my husband passed away, I didn't date for years. I recently met Bill online, and we've really hit it off. I'm supposed to meet him for the first time next week. He just needs $500 for a plane ticket.
Online dating scams like this one can be hard to recognize at first.
But when someone you've never met asks you for money, it should be a red flag.
It turns out Bill isn't actually Bill at all. He's a scam artist who preys on people like me. Don't make the same mistake I did.
This is VNN.
Fans of the Grateful Dead rejoice as a new club has formed, the Villages Deadheads. The idea all began when Village de Luna resident David Botula was encouraged to start a group after people saw his Grateful Dead-themed golf cart around the community.
The first meeting, we had 35 people show up, which was pretty good, and it keeps growing after that. We talk about the concerts, we introduce each other, ourselves, talk about the concerts we've been to. I grew up on the East Coast, so my primary concerts were all on the East Coast. Other guys were on the West and whatnot, and everybody tells a story, and it's so interesting. Then we did trivia, we've done door prizes. We're putting together our Village Deadhead t-shirts, and we just got the mock-up coming. and we're going to decide on which one we want. I've seen about 72 times. Between the two of us, it's well over 100.
David's brother Dean says forming this club has been amazing, and he hopes it gets bigger, and describes the club as a great place to meet like-minded people. He says they all come from different walks of life, but they share a love for the Grateful Dead. The Village's Deadheads meet at 7 p.m. the first Thursday of each month at Water Lily Recreation. Take a look at Monday's Daily Sun for more about this new club. Now let's check in with Village's Director of Recreation and Parks, John Rohan. He has more details about what residents can look forward to in the days ahead.
Rohan, the Director of Recreation and Parks, John Rohan.
Good morning. Good morning, Dean and Jack. How are y'all?
Good morning. I almost want to bring you in like a wrestler. John Rohan.
And then we chest bump or something like that.
See like John come in and he's bouncing off the rope. Ooh. That man is ready to do the report.
Yes, I am ready. How is everyone today?
We're good.
Doing great,
Good,
John. Doing great. How was your weekend?
It was awesome. Didn't do much of anything finally. I just chillaxed.
Sometimes you need
really?
that.
Yeah. You chillax is a word. You relax and chill. So it's kind of both. So yeah, it was great. We just watched some movies, and I'm trying to read 12 books a year. I'm up to 7. So
really,
but they're like coloring books. They're like that big.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm trying to read 12 books before I die.
No, I'm trying to read some more books, and just a lot of stuff. Reading a lot of books about the state of Florida. So there's a lot of great reads out there about this wonderful state. So Monday's a busy day for us. Mm-hmm. We do want to talk about the outdoor exercise fitness equipment. We've installed that as an amenity around the different regional recreation centers, the larger ones out there. And we just installed them at La Hacienda Recreation Center in a really cool location behind the sports pool. So if people drive down there.
I saw that.
Did
when
you
they
see
were,
it?
Yeah, when they were being installed. I was like, look at that.
Yeah, so we keep finding spots where we can go back in. And, of course, it gets approved by our elected bodies and board members. But people sometimes think, wow, is this all that's going to happen at this rec center? And then, a couple of years later, we add, a pavilion or the outdoor exercise equipment. And, we added the walking path beside Lake Myona Recreation Center. So if you have ideas or suggestions, by all means, share them with our team and staff. And, it goes through a vetting process. We'll see, hey, is it a good fit? Can it be sustainable? Can it be there forever? Those types of things. Is it going to get used? Participation and utilization. So lots of great things continue to come up at the recreation centers that were built prior. And then as we build new centers, we kind of incorporate those new amenities as well. We talk about the arcade board in the activity room that's been done at Franklin. We did a smaller version at Lake Okahumpka, and we have one at First Responders. So those rooms were not there a couple years ago. We had the arcade games, the table shuffleboard, and the darts, and so you're going to start to see more of those elements included. I stopped by Franklin on Friday, and it was being used. Every single activity was being used in there. So lots of cool things will continue to happen as we make improvements. Paradise Recreation Center was approved to be totally renovated, meaning that it's going to be torn down.
Oh, wow.
And we are going to build a shiny, brand new, up-to-date version of a regional recreation center at that site. And that site's near to me. That's where I started. My career was over at Paradise. I had a little office overlooking the family pool there, Paradise Family Pool. But so the site plans for Paradise are on our website at districtgov.org. And then, of course, we got new recreation facilities opening up left and right. Camp Villages is still going, gangbusters. So lots of great things are happening both from the infrastructure side, the improvement of the amenities and programming. And now we're using the last couple months of the summer to gear up for the fall season. That's where we get the running of the squares and all the the holiday events will start to be created. So it's starting to amp up, and lots of great things out on the horizon for folks. You know, we kind of use the summer months to, of course, do the Camp Villages and our normal summer programming, but it's also a big planning period for our team and staff to gear up for the fall and winter season. So you're going to see some really cool stuff coming out. And we'll be talking about it here on WVLG as well, but you'll see some really cool stuff coming out in the newspaper and the Rec publication.
Can I ask you about the Southern Oaks Bridge now, or is because
it's getting there.
I was on the other side. Obviously didn't go over the Southern Oaks Bridge, but I was in the vicinity of the high school, and wow.
It is a wow.
It is like a mega wow. I was driving down there because I had to get out to like 471 in Sumterville. So I went out that way and drove through, and I'm like, holy smokes.
It's unbelievable. My son and his beautiful wife actually moved down to Middleton.
Cool.
We got some of our team members moving down to Middleton. They've got all their own amenities, their own ID card and stuff like that. So that's their
Is
little...
Middleton inhabited right now? Or there's homes?
There's homes and people living in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They got amenities, swimming pools, dog parks, pickleball courts, built for the Middleton residents and their guests. So separate from the district and your amenities. But it is what a great concept for family neighborhood.
Oh, it's incredible.
We live at Spring Arbor, which was built, almost 20 years ago when we established our roots here in the Villages. But Middleton is another area where so many folks are moving down there, and families are laying their roots down, and the schools there. Just a lot of cool stuff that's going on, as we mentioned, all around the community. But yes, over at the Olympia Rec Center area in Eastport, there's just some really cool stuff. You're going to read about that in the Continuing to Dream updates that come out, those handouts, and on the Villages YouTube channel, they have all those information about all those construction updates, things that are coming up on the horizon. So that's where you're going to find accurate, correct information on those locations that the Villages marketing team puts out. So stay posted there. So updates about the bridge will be coming.
Good.
One last note, I know I got to get out of here, but school is on the horizon too, so we always work with the local schools in the area for school drives, backpacks, school supplies. If you go to our website or in the Rec Pub, the locations of the drop-offs at some of the regional rec centers, and there's also some of the picnic pavilions are being used. So our residents always come out and support the community, whether it's for Christmas or Easter or the holidays or back-to-school drives, and this is another opportunity for the clubs to get together or people individually if you're out shopping.
Is there a list of the items that are most needed?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be on the website. There's a really cool ad that the folks put together, and it talks about the school drives, locations, and pickups, and those items that are needed. So everyone always comes together. We love using the rec centers for those types of opportunities. It's all about play and fun, but we also like to do a lot of community partnerships, and those facilities work well for those. And the residents, of course, are the ones that sponsor those drives. So they sponsor them. They make sure all that stuff gets picked up and taken to the school systems and delivered to those children that need them. So lots of great things going on. Good seeing both of you.
You too, John.
Take
Always
care.
a pleasure. There he goes, Director of Recreation and Parks here in the Villages, Mr. John Rohan.
Here's your VNN 5-day weather.
From the WVLG Weather Center, this is Christopher James with your VNN 5-day forecast. Chance of afternoon showers this week throughout the Villages. Tuesday's high going to be 92, 94 on Wednesday and Thursday. Overnight lows in the mid-70s. Should be some nice weather ahead in Florida's friendliest hometown.
Keeping with the recreation theme, you can work on your mind, body, and soul during standing yoga. Kathleen O'Neill has been an instructor since 1979, and she has been leading the yoga class at Bacall Recreation for the last 7 years. In her class, there are no mats or props. Kathleen describes it as gentle yoga for people who want to learn poses. She says it's great for anyone that has challenges with balancing. She wants students to let their spine grow tall and reminds them about different breathing exercises. As the more cells are oxygenated, the more functions of internal organs will work at the optimal level. This standing yoga class is held at 5 p.m., so Kathleen says it will help people sleep better, slow down, and reflect on the day. Up next, local cops and Kids Connect.
Rocking, dancing,
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
relaxing, or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
So I got the scan, and they found a lung nodule. The surgeon, he said where the lung nodule was located in the upper portion of my right lung, I would have never had any discoverable problems or symptoms or issues until it would have been basically stage 4 and had escaped the lung. I do believe that Kraft Body Scan saved my life, because as I mentioned earlier, without getting the scan, it could have been too late.
The Lady Lake Library is always offering up different events for families. On Wednesday, the library hosted the Lady Lake Police Department to give a demonstration on bike safety.
Fitting kids for helmets, giving some bicycle safety tips, raffling off some gifts for the kids, and trying to build a relationship between police and the younger generation here in Lady Lake, and help give them some safety habits. So we have some really young ones, so they're doing some toddler type bikes and trikes, and then some of the older kids, we're going to help them out as well. I think everybody gets a free helmet today, and gets sized and fitted properly, and just kind of break down any barrier, and hope maybe we got a couple cops out here. That's what we're hoping for. Hands-on, they give a little obstacle course they get to work through, get some teaching from some of the officers, and kind of build positive relationships along the way. So it's just a win-win for everybody, I think. Obviously, it's important not only for the kids, but also for the parents, and we're able to help out in tough financial times, and we give them a piece of safety equipment as well as some instruction and so forth. So we're happy to be able to help families and kids in our neighborhood. Safer kids in Lady Lake.
For more information about events like this one hosted by the library, you can visit mylakelibrary.org. Glenn Bateman reflects on some of his life experiences through the telling of fictional stories. The Village of Summerhill resident published his first novel, Starting a Dream, June 14th. He says the characters overcome things they didn't survive in real life and live successful lives at the end, which is the beauty of writing a novel, as you can control what happens to them. This story is about a high school wrestling coach, and one of the characters in the novel was inspired by his own brother, Neil, who died in the Vietnam War and was awarded a Silver Star for combat valor. For more on this story, take a look at Monday's Daily Sun. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Stay with us. More Village's lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
G50, G50.
B15, bingo! In your face, Earl!
She said G50. I got bingo. When you have hearing problems, it's the little details you miss.
We can help. Take our 7-day free trial. In your face, Earl.
Elite Hearing Centers of America. From hearing problems to hearing solutions.
The Village's SC are champions once again. On Saturday night at the Villages High School's H.G. Morris Range, Alvaro Carrera's long-range shot in the 20th minute ended up being the only goal the Buffalo needed as they defeated Tampa Bay United 1-0 to claim the title of USL League Two Southeast Division champions. Alvaro says he was the only guy up top, and the second he saw the goalkeeper was a couple steps ahead of the goal. He just tried it and says, thank God it went in. Teammate Matthias Ferreira initially thought when Alvaro took the shot that he should just pass the ball to the side and do simple stuff. But he says Alvaro has the gift that not a lot of players have. So when he took the shot, they all just waited to see what would happen. Matthias says he is so happy to be part of this team. He knew the Villages team was amazing when he joined the squad, knew they were going to fight for this, and says they finally made it. Matthias Tiepo says this wasn't easy as they had to put in a lot of work and Saturday was time to celebrate. For more on this championship win, take a look at the sports section in Monday's Daily Sun. It's time now for a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Doc's Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
Our community has over 25,000 senior citizens, and unfortunately, thousands have been victims of fraud.
There are things you can do to protect yourself from being victimized. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Fraud is the one crime you can truly avoid if you know what to look for. To learn more, go to your sheriff's website. Your sheriff's coming together to protect our seniors and our communities.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Time now for the Villages Entertainment Beat.
I'm Natalie here with your Entertainment Beat. Are you looking to expand your culinary skills? The Show Kitchen is starting off the week with ingredients straight from the farm on their demonstration of cooking with Lake Meadows Naturals ingredients. This Orange County farm has a focus in educating the community on farm-to-table experiences. With deviled eggs, green goddess salad, and vanilla custard, this demonstration is sure to be a treat. Prepare to immerse yourself in the flavors of Italy. Mangia Italiano is also at the Show Kitchen this week. Attendees can prepare for the tastes of Tuscany from pasta to panna cotta. Whether you're a seasoned chef or just starting out, these classes will leave you inspired to bring these recipes home. All classes are at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays at the market at Sawgrass Grove, and tickets can be purchased at thevillagesentertainment.com or at a local box office near you. Savannah Center is gearing up for the Doobie Others, coming this Wednesday to take you back to the 70s with timeless hits by the Doobie Brothers. By popular demand, they have added a 4 p.m. show in addition to their 7 o'clock. The Gambler is coming to Savannah Center. For those who know their country music, The Deal Goes On, a tribute to Kenny Rogers, is on sale now. With a career spanning over 50 years, Kenny Rogers released over 20 #1 hits. This tribute will cover those including Lady, Islands in the Stream, Lucille, She Believes in Me, and many more of your favorites. All tickets are available at thevillagesentertainment.com, under Ticketed Entertainment, at any of our box office locations, at all 3 town squares, and over the phone. Come back tomorrow to hear all about the newest Summer Sipper, and if you love, I'll be telling you all about a new show at the Sharon Lobby Lounge lineup dedicated to sweeping love ballads. That's your entertainment, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Natalie. Well, the Villages is definitely the place to be when it comes to great musical entertainment. These are the bands ready to perform for you on Tuesday. That's all the news we have for you now. Make sure to pick up a copy of Tuesday's Daily Sun to read about tribute acts coming to Savannah Center. Keep enjoying the Villages lifestyle.
We are rolling out a new program called Project Eagle Eye. This crime-solving program gives owners of surveillance cameras the opportunity to register them with the sheriff's office. If a crime does occur in your area, deputies will use Project Eagle Eye to quickly identify registered cameras and, if necessary, contact the owners to view the video footage. To learn more about how to register for the Project Eagle Eye program, visit our website or give us a call. The Sumter County Sheriff's Office has created a free mobile app to give our citizens quick and easy access to all critical information needed to help keep the community safe. To download the app for free, search Sumter County Sheriff's Office on Google Play or the App Store. With our app, you can submit a tip, receive alerts on criminal activity in your area, search for sex offenders, inmates, the most wanted list, and much more. Together, we can keep Sumter County a great place to live, work, and play.
This hurricane preparedness tip from VNN and WVLG is brought to you by The Villages Insurance.
Hi, this is WVLG staff forecaster Christopher James. Understanding the forecasts are an important part of being prepared for severe weather situations. A hurricane watch indicates hurricane conditions are a threat within 48 hours. Review your preparation plans, keep informed, and be ready to act if a warning is issued. A hurricane warning alerts you that hurricane conditions are expected within 36 hours. Complete your preparation. A tropical storm brings winds between 39 and 73 miles an hour. A hurricane produces winds over 74 miles an hour. Keep listening for more information, including supplies, pet tips, and detailed information to keep on hand during hurricane season, presented by The Villages Insurance. And thanks for listening to Your Villages Soundtrack, WVLG.
The number one complaint that I hear from most of my patients, and remember, some of these patients are here against their will, right? Somebody sent them here. They came in kicking and screaming with their arms crossed. And even those folks will tell me their biggest issue that they think they have, or that they even will acknowledge, is understanding people in social settings. You can have a very subtle high-frequency loss and very good normal low-frequency hearing, and you get into a crowd with noise, you're lost, right? You hear people, but you don't understand them. All you have to do by law to fit somebody with a hearing aid is have them push a button to tones, have them repeat words in a quiet situation, and do bone conduction, where they put a bone oscillator on your head, right? That's all it takes legally. But if somebody tells me, hey, doc, I can't hear well in noise, or I'm lost in crowds, don't I want that information? Don't I want to assess that? So speech and noise testing is my favorite test that I run with patients because it quantifies their acknowledgement of a complaint that they know they have. It lets me show them, compared to normal hearing individuals, this is your handicap in noise.